Hello, welcome to the Harrison Show. I'm Brian Harrison with Harrison Rockstar Media, and this show is on iHome Entertainment, obviously where you're watching it now if you're watching it. It was the first channel that I got started, and Harrison Media, which is now Harrison Rockstar Media, was just an idea for like if I did, outside stuff, and iHome Entertainment was it was for a YouTube channel, this channel, which started a lot of shows and a lot of things that barreled into other, have come into other stuff. But today we're talking about the Harrison Home Shopping Network, and we'll get right into it. But before we get right into this stuff, please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and leave a like on the video. And hit the bell notification if you're on YouTube. If you're on Rumble, don't forget to follow us there as well. Hit the like and comment section. Thank you so much. That'd be much appreciated. Now, the reason why we're going to talk about this is, like I said, iHome Entertainment was just the channel. I was going to generally put everything on there. It was early days, well, I would say for me, and actually in a way it was still earlier days of YouTube. It's not like it is now. Okay, so everybody just kind of threw their videos on there and see what happens, see what stick, or they would do multiple things. So like for me, I like a general channel, not have a gaming channel, but it also does news and world news, and like if we did gaming news that'd be different. But so some people would do their gaming for a while and then go off into other stuff. Well, I think I had a general channel, so I could do gaming, I could do other things and all that. So why am I talking about that? Well, it leads us to today where I still have this channel, you're watching it, where it's mostly, where I'm going to put my stuff like the Harrison Show. Some certain things survive here because they were here, they were born here. But certain things like the Harrison Home Shopping Network is going to be its own. It's going to be its own channel. So, and the idea is to try to appeal to people who are selling stuff. They just need like a little extra boost. Like people need to see them. Maybe not just in pictures. Maybe they don't really do a lot of videos. They just don't. They just don't feel like they want to have the time to do it. Even if they have a cell phone to do it, they wouldn't mind someone else engaging with them. Meaning, kind of like what you see on other places where sometimes they'll engage with others or they'll just engage with the product in general. And so I thought, well, it's about time. I knew a couple people at one time that could have done this, that I could have done it with, but those you can't. The past is the past is the past, so they say. I mean, those people are gone or left, but it still kind of lingered in my mind to do something. Yes, that's right. To do something. So if I ever ran into someone again who maybe want to sell knitted scarves, and it doesn't have to be. Sure, they sell mass amounts of stuff. They just need, like, maybe they sell 10 scarves on, let's say, anything, any shopping place. I had one in my head at one point, but it could be like even a little stall in my local area or something, like, but they'd like a little boost or something. And what I do is make the video for free, and then people would think, well, you're nuts. Actually, it's a plan, but I want to build something. You got to build something first. Sometimes you got to do stuff to to put yourself out there, and then when people start seeing you, then you can start changing stuff. But I don't know if I change this. I think I have a plan overall, because I do run this channel. I run a gaming channel. I run a Lego channel. I mean, so I run other channels. I want to try to. That's another goal of mine, but we'll get into that later on in the show about what I want to do more if I can. But the idea of this Harrison Home Shopping Network really is boiled down to, and I could do some product stuff. So let's say a company, I'm not saying it will happen, but let's just use hyperbole, okay? Let's say a company were to send me something, whether it's to review it or to say, hey, we think you can. That was the other reason for the Harrison Home Shopping Network, was I was like, man, I would like to be a product reviewer too, maybe. So like if a company wants to say, hey, we want to pay you a little bit, because sometimes they will, and I'm on disability. So hey, if someone sent me something, just to like, I have time, right? I could do a little bit of a review, right, for like a product. So let's say, I'll try to get an example. Let's say they send me a product for, well, shampoo would be hard, but let's say they send me a product for shampoo. I could say I tested it, for instance, and here's my thoughts, here's my, and so there could be it's a channel, so there could be two more, you can make multiple playlists. So there could technically, in theory, be two playlists. One playlist where, let's say, it's mostly me reviewing a product. Like, say, it could be a small company who just says, hey, well, just want to give this guy a chance. Maybe he'd actually push our product forward. Then I can focus on stuff like that, where I don't bog down other stuff on the channels. That's why I separate channels. I don't, like, gaming isn't, like, if someone wants to see my food review, yes, granted, this channel has multi stuff, but that's usually restricted to shows, like shows I do, like the Harrison Show, cooking show. Like, let's say I did another cooking show with someone else, it would end up on Harrison Rockstar Media. So that's the same thing. Let's say the Harrison Home Shopping Network. Let's say someone decides that they want to help, and they're like, hey, I like your idea, I can help. I want to help you make videos or something. I mean, I'd take that in strides. I'm not just going to answer everybody and their brother, but I do have an idea. I do have a plan. So I'm hoping that this channel does good. It has one video. I don't know if I did a really good explanation of it. It has 28 views, so we'll see. But I hope as I go along, because sometimes you have to go along and create. That's why I love, like, I had an idea for the show when it started. Now, as I got creative, I've changed I could change some things, because you can have an idea, but sometimes you gotta kind of get a little grease the engines. Once you get started, you're like, oh, okay, yeah. So that's what I'm hoping with this channel, is the Harrison Home Shopping Network. Sorry, I say it all the time, but want to stay focused. But the idea, just like with any other channel, is it has specific things. Like, I have a gaming channel. Actually, I technically have sort of two. They're both there. One is my main gaming channel. I game everything. The other one was supposed to be more like focused on, like, if I did Minecraft survival stuff. So it wasn't like everything, but it would just, like, and I did on the PS4. So that's, and I don't know, I may go back to that, but right now I'm going to try to keep certain channels and stuff. But the idea is that right now I don't have a lot, so if I don't have a lot for a channel, I just don't run the channel, or I run it very seldomly. So so in this channel is one of those examples. I just don't have, but I have an idea. So I have a goal. So I made the channel so I could do something with it. So, like, if someone came to me, I'm not creating a channel on the fly. I created this channel so I could do like a product review. So I'm not bogging this channel down. I'm not saying what happened to this channel. It'd be fun if it did. But let's say, for instance, this channel blew up for some reason and I got some products. I would probably do an ad for the product. If I had one, it'd probably be in this video. And then I'd say, if you want to know more about this product, go to the Harrison Home Shopping Network and you will see more details. So I'd give details, and then I would still do advertising for a company, let's say, unless I'll tell the company, hey, not only will I do advertising, or just do a basic advertisement, but can I do a detailed, and I'll do it here, and I'll direct people to there so they can see more detailed. So it'd be like a breakdown of each of the products that have sponsored me for a video or something like that. So that is a goal too. But then on the flip side of that, which originally started this channel too, was I see sometimes there are people, especially even some of us who are like, I'm on disability, I know how it feels to be underestimated, or how it feels to feel like, hey, you still can offer something. Like, I could do videos, I love doing videos, but yet people just kind of blow you off, and they treat you like crap. Okay, and I have been several times. I just ignore it and just go on with my day, because I don't have a reason. I have a reason. They give me a reason to live. They give me a reason to fight. To continue fighting to prove that even as a disabled person, even though you have a heart condition and stuff like that, and yeah, I should have been born healthy. I wish I was, but finding out that that doesn't always work out that way. But you still can build something. You still do something. That's my goal. My goal is to still try to build something, try to do something, and even if it's not financial, okay, it's more about that. Hey, I showed I did something. Even if I'm still on disability, even if I look back on my life and I die a disabled person, which I will, I'll still die a disabled person, but I mean financially too, because I'm on disability and all that, but I still did something, I'd be happy. I'd be like, hey, I still made videos. Look what I was able to do, and so I love doing this. But the fact of the matter with like the Harrison Home Shop now, I would love showing, even especially people who have a dream of doing something, so you may have a dream. Let's say you're a good wood worker, but you want to spend most of your money on tools. You don't want to spend much money on video equipment. I know, because I've spent money on video equipment, even some of the cheaper end. It's cheap enough, but it's not cheap. It's like, would you rather spend $20? Let's just use, would you rather spend $20 on a bunch of lighting, which would improve your phone or tripod maybe? Or would you rather spend it on tools if you knew someone else could help you film it? Not only that, they can engage with you with the product. So they can engage and pick up the product and say, hey, so-and-so is a good wood carver. Look what he's done. Look what he or she has done. Look what, maybe you want to check out what they're carving. It could be trinkets like keychains, wooden figures. It could be big items, some big items, I mean, it could be stuff that you're constantly producing, which would be even funner. Like, let's say you're producing constant keychains, you just get aware of your channel, and we're showing some of the things that you make and sell, and so now all of a sudden, so what is it in for the person I do this for? Let's say I do it for this person. Well, what I tell the person is said, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the Harrison Home Shopping Network. When you see your video, particular video, maybe a description, I'll put in description, or when we see the episode, you watch it, or hopefully I'll say something, but the idea is they'll watch it. Now there's no videos except for one talking about a little bit. I'm going into greater detail than I did there, but let's say there's a video of this, then they click on the video, and then they can share it to their Facebook page. It'd be for free, obviously it's for free. They just share it to their Facebook page, or I know YouTube has a way that you can kind of link stuff, link it, say here's a video of me doing this on this Home Shopping Network, and then it would broaden, and then you can encourage people to hopefully subscribe to it, so that, hey, I'll be selling more with this person, I'll be working more with this person, and so then I get subscribers. I may grow it into something bigger because of subscriptions, maybe other people, word of mouth with other people, and then I can grow something. And I don't always, and yes, it may take me I haven't had any offers, so that's what it is, but depending on what happens, it may take me a little time to build, to do more like this. But we'll see how it happens. I haven't had anyone anyway, so I actually would have said I would have someone right away. There was one time I knew someone who made scarves and hats and baby blankets that were like actual kits, like baby blanket, baby hat, and they did really good. And that would have been nice to help them, but to help them get aware of their like they could have sold this, right? They didn't, and it would have been nice. They've been told, hey, you could sell it, because they created tons of they had supplies. They had storage. I think they had a partial storage unit with plastic containers full of nothing but product they could sell. I like, so teach their own. And they had thought about selling it at one point, but it's just sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes things happen, but I'm not going to get into the mindset of people, or why people who can build something, a business, that people would actually buy product, but they play around too much, so I can't speak for everybody, but it just, since then it's set an idea in my head. I think since then it's pretty much set an idea in my head. I'm like, what about the small guy? What about the person who actually makes something good that people are just not aware of? Maybe, and these people are selling like on Etsy. Etsy is one of them. these people are already selling. They just need a little bit more of a boost, you know. And it would be nice to have someone who already has some film equipment, who loves making videos, and they don't have to make a lot of videos. Maybe they already make shorts even. Let's say they just make a few shorts here, but now they have this person who's willing to engage with them, and like they're talking about the product, what it's made out of, how it, you know, and so it's kind of like what you see in any other home shopping network. If they're doing it right, they're engaged with the product, they're engaged with the person, they're showing it, they're turning on the lights if there's lights, they're at least putting it out in front of the camera, and you see it in their hands, you see it right there in front of their face, and they're engaging with the person because they're not feeling like they're talking just to a camera, they're actually talking to a real human being too. So that's the personal engagement, building something. And see, for me as a disabled person, that's what I want. I'm by myself most of the day. I mean, I have my girlfriend who lives with me. It's amazing. But most of the time, outside of that, you know, I'm by myself, so I'm able to make these videos. That's what I do a lot of. So it's nice to be engaged if you can with other people. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what the future holds. I'm hoping maybe that I will actually find someone that I could do this idea with and just build something. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, and it doesn't have to be that. Like I said, if a company, I'll probably have two playlists. One will be that I'll be involved with actual maybe physical actual people. The other idea would be me doing it with just like I get sent a product or something, and they're like, hey, would you, even if I just review it, or let's say they sponsor the channel, I could do two. I'll do the ad for the channel if I get there and someone says, hey, I'll pay you to put an ad on your channel, because you can have personal, even private, you know, like someone gives you a product, maybe someone gives you a product and you could just, or they pay you a little bit. So that's an idea too. And I would do that too. And then I do a product review on the back side. So let's say they just send the product. You're never going to see their face. So I'll do a full review of the product, like go break it all down, and then I'll make a small ad of the product, maybe for just for like, you know, like what people do in YouTube videos. They'll make a little small ad, maybe their face is in there, or they're just showing the product itself a little bit, and then you could do a more thorough breakdown of it, like actually going through opening it, like using it, things like that, more thorough process of it on the Harrison Home Shopping Network. So that's the goal. I explained it a long time, but I'm passionate about making videos. It's just fun. It's a fun thing for me. I could see some good coming out of this. It's there, so I can use it. If I don't really use it a lot, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna try, but if I can use it, it's going to be a process of growing. And some of the channels that I have created are for fun or for opportunity, and I hope I can get those opportunities as time comes on. Or if I hear something, I'll try to take advantage of it, things like that. But I'll be careful, and that's what my goal is, just be careful, and I'm just going to try to, you know, be as careful as possible what I take in or what I do. But in the meantime, we'll see what happens. But you have to be really kind of, and I have to know that you're doing it, or I have to be, but anyway, if I'm doing it with small people or smaller business owners, well, I'm going to call them, not small people, they're small business owners, not like the big companies who, let's say, send a product because they want to sponsor my video, or they see something and I don't have that. So maybe in the future that will happen, and that channel could pick up because of that. That'd be nice. But I'm talking about the small side of it, where I could work with someone small, like local in my community, things like that. That's probably, that would be something I would do. You know, make sure they're already a business or they're already doing something, and so that it's going to take time, but it's there, so I can take the opportunity. So it is there for that opportunity, but we'll see in time how that plays out, and I hope good can come of it. I really do. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I spent some time. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do talk a long time. Sometimes I don't. But I really love to bring passion. I want to do more. I can do more. So I hope you guys can see it for the ride. Check out the channel, even with the one video. The one video is just to get it kind of there. So if someone happened to look for it, and see it, they go, "Oh yeah, okay, cool. You're sincere about. Hey, I want to do this." So then we'll go forward from there. But other than that, I just like, I don't know what else to say. It's the only video. That's all I say. Is I only have one video out there. Usually I like to do one video, even if it's just. Sometimes it's weird. I'll do a video over on if I start a new channel. Just sometimes just to tell about the new channel. If or unless I already have something, I'll just start showing it. But sometimes I will do a video that will start the channel. It depends. There's two ways. One, I tell what the channel is about, what the channel is going to do. Number two, I just already have something and I decide, hey, it's worthy of its own channel. Even if I don't do it all the time, I do it sometime, but I enjoy it. So here we go. We're going to go for it. So that's two ways of starting. And this channel started out with an idea, saying this is my idea. And now people, when they see it, there's a logo, because I always like to put logos. I don't like to put my own picture. I like iHome Entertainment. It has a logo. There's an I and it says iHome Entertainment. And then like you can tell, and you'll see all the channels are in a way, if you want to call it, linked, unless you're on Rumble. That's why I like YouTube. They're all linked in a way you can add other channels you work with. I wish Rumble would get to that point where there's either other channels you work with or other channels you may have and people may be interested in, and they could just click on the icons. And you can just click on YouTube, click on icons. If you're on Rumble and you don't care about YouTube, you really despise YouTube for whatever reason, or you just don't care, you just don't want to be on YouTube, there's always Facebook links. And I have them all linked to a page I created to where to Harrison Rockstar Media. And so what you do is you click on it, it'll show that's what the page is set up, and then there's links. You can click links on Rumble that will show you to other channels, like the Harrison Home Shopping Network and things like that. So there's Facebook, and that's what it is. It's a good thing, but YouTube is easier. I love YouTube for this reason. I do like Rumble. I love uploading videos there. I'll still upload videos there. I like to, and it's fun. It's just another avenue to to have people watch stuff and have fun. But with YouTube, I love the easiness where I can say something, and you could just go on my homepage on this channel, and just you don't even have to type it in. You just click. You'll see all these icons. You click down. There's like 10 total channels, but you click down and you'll see the other channels, and then you see at the very end of this one should be Harrison Home Shopping Network. You click on that, you go right there and subscribe, and then you can click back, because then you can just go on if you don't, unless you backspace, you can always just just click back on your web page. But if you don't, and you just like to go through, you just go to the Harrison Home Shopping Network channel, and you can click right back onto this channel. And click around. Like they're all interlinked. Like when I first, every time, that's why eventually it's going to get fun. Because let's say I create another new channel for some reason that does something, like let's say a music channel, for instance, or like a history channel. Like you can do a number of things, and then if I keep doing it, then I have to keep going through and clicking and adding all these icons to that channel. All the ones I've done before. So and then they'll all be linked. I plan on it, and that's why I like YouTube for that. It's not just for uploading videos and all this, but you can link stuff and do things. Rumble, you're not totally free to do that. Yeah, I've been able to do Facebook. I guess there's sometimes you could do. I think you could do a few other things, but I just don't have that freedom like with YouTube. It's good. It's freedom for all the videos. It's awesome, but they're not there yet where you can be on a homepage of someone and just scroll down a bit and then have them where you can like show icons or have other channels to either work with. Right now I don't have any I work with. I just have channels I've created, and I may have in the future of YouTube, if I ever have someone I work with or help work with or whatever, then I'll have a different area that says channels I work with or something like that. So that we won't know what the future holds. But for the Harrison Home Shopping Network, I hope there's good things. We'll see. Maybe one day it'll be a blessing. Maybe one day I'll find someone I can work with who creates like whether they create knitted stuff, jewelry. It doesn't matter really at this point. Whether they create, let's say they create something that is easy for the kitchen, they create a tool, they're just not well out there yet, and I can help them by displaying it. I'll be glad to do it. So we'll see where it goes down the future. Like I said, we won't have an idea. But anyway, I explained a lot. I probably explained too much, but I have fun, and I hope you guys have fun too. I hope you guys have the rest of your great day. I want to say, well, and I may keep tabs on some of the channel, on some of the stuff in the future if something happens more. Maybe I'll bring it to the Harrison Show, because the Harrison Show is kind of a variety. I could do a bunch of talks. Like, we'll get back into now maybe talking about topics and stuff, and now we're done with talking about other channels I create sometimes over the summer. I don't think I'll create any more unless something comes up that will be an opportunity that I should get right into. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I want to say again, God bless you. I want you to have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see what more we can produce here, whether it's a food review or anything like that. But I want to say God bless you. Until next time, next video, I'll see you next time, and bye for now.